This is What's Up, Doc, where we spend some time with the experts at Mercy Health. We learn all sorts of things each and every week. They learn that, well, they shouldn't volunteer to do radio interviews.
She will.
Everybody learns something from this, but, drawing the short straw and having to come on with us this morning, we're looking forward to spending some time with Angela Hadie. She's got a bunch of letters after her name, so let's get to know her and find out what all those mean. Angela, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're terrific. How are you?
I am doing very well.
I'm looking at a photo of you. I see your name. I see MSN. I see AGPCNP-BC, ACHPN. Can you help us out?
Isn't it?
That's a lot. There's a lot of consonants and vowels there.
Yeah. So I am a nurse practitioner, and the MSN is that I have a master's degree, which is an advanced degree. And then when you look at all the rest of those titles, my specialty is in the adult and geriatric area, so that's where that AGPCNP comes in. And then the ACHPN means that I've taken additional training and become certified as a hospice and palliative nurse practitioner. So that's what I do with myself.
Outstanding. Now, are you planning on adding more letters to all of this? Because we'll have to extend the business card, I'm thinking.
Not anytime soon. I think I'm good.
What's the difference? Mercy Health at Home is our overall umbrella topic here. What's the difference between hospice, and I always have trouble with this word, is it palliative care?
You got it. You got it.
Well done.
Yeah, so palliative care and hospice are very similar, but you are right. They are different. Just to make it clear as mud, hospice is a part of palliative care, but hospice is the very end part of palliative care. So with palliative care, the only thing they have to qualify is a serious illness, something that causes them to have, symptoms that go along with it. We look at pain, shortness of breath, things like that, and try to help a person live with whatever they have that's going on. When the hospice portion of that comes in is when either the person themselves has made the decision to try and not seek curative treatment anymore, but maybe just kind of manage what's going on and live as good as they can for whatever remainder of life they have. That's when we start talking about getting our hospice part of that involved.
So when somebody enters the palliative care, I guess my main question is, what's the average length of time spent on palliative care as opposed to hospice care?
Well, it depends on the person. So palliative care can go on for years and years and years. We are meant to go right along. We are best served when someone first finds out that they have a disease process or a disorder that will be with them for their lifetime, because we can help that person and their family understand what's going on with that disease and what they can expect as it moves forward. So a person can truthfully spend years in palliative care. Hospice is a little bit more defined by Medicare federal rules. So a person can be on hospice for however long they need it, but they have to continue to qualify for it. And those are set forth by Medicare, and we all have to follow Medicare rules.
Do you ever have people that leave hospice care then?
We do. We have, we like to refer to it as a graduation.
I like it.
So we have a little celebration for them when they're too good. A person actually can get better and feel better when they're under hospice care, because we're working on helping them feel better. So people do graduate from hospice.
Now, if someone's undergoing palliative care, and can you still receive treatment to try to cure whatever it is that you've been dealing with before we go to the next level?
Sure. So when a person is under palliative care, they absolutely can continue seeking what we call curative treatment, which means treatment that you're trying to solve the problem, so to speak. So yes, we go right along with that. But when a person makes the decision to go more under that hospice umbrella, that's when that becomes a little bit more of a question. So it depends on what type of treatment it is that they're looking for. But generally, when you move more under that hospice umbrella, we're looking at not continuing curative treatments and just focusing on quality of life.
Yeah, you mentioned that hospice was more rigidly defined by Medicare and whatnot. So if you're under palliative, are you qualified for the same at home treatment, all the same quote unquote perks of a hospice care?
So not necessarily. When a person is under palliative care, we are still bound by whatever their insurance. So not everyone, because we work with some people that are younger than Medicare age. So when you're under palliative care, we are bound by whatever their insurance will cover. We have to check with the insurance companies and work with them and work under that umbrella of what they allow. When a person moves under the hospice umbrella, it doesn't matter if they're of Medicare age or not, hospice becomes much more all-inclusive, so there are a lot more services available when you're under that hospice umbrella than necessarily when you're under the palliative care umbrella, if that makes sense.
It does.
Angela, I've always thought that it takes a very, very special person to do what it is that you do. What sparked your interest? What drew you into this area of your field?
Oh, that's an excellent question, and I don't know if we have all day. I could talk about it all day. So I've been a nurse. I've worked in the nursing field for more years than I care to mention because then I start sounding old. But that being said, every day I know that when I am talking to people about what's going on with them and what this means for them and helping their families understand where a person is at with whatever their medical issues are, I feel like I get to be an educator, so I get to do a lot of teaching. I get to talk to people about ways that we can help them live better and feel better, so I feel like I get to give them the opportunity to make their own choices. So I feel like I can liberate things a little bit for them and help families understand that there's no such thing as giving up. There's no such thing as the statement, well, there's nothing left to do. So that is not true. There is always something more that we can do. It may not be to cure what you have going on, but we certainly can help you live as good as you possibly can for as long as you possibly can and find ways to support everybody that's involved in their life. So I think it is the most rewarding thing that I have ever done.
Well, you certainly haven't disabused me of my notion that it takes a special person to do it.
Well, I was gonna say that. It just pulled the curtain back a little bit, Angela. You all our What's Up Doc guests, they call in a little bit early. We make sure the connection is good and everything's like that. And you did that, and we talked for a little bit. I said, you just please call back a little bit. And then I was talking to Riley off air. I said, yeah, she's ready to go. Very bubbly, very cheery. She's gonna be great. And Riley, you go, well, that's good because our topic, hospice palliative care. But then you're not the first one person we've talked to in this field. Mm-hmm. You guys all seem to have the same personality. You're all upbeat. You're all cheery. I gotta imagine that like a convention of you folks together would be like one of the happiest places on earth. I'm sure you've met other people in your field. Are you guys all this upbeat, cheery kind of folk? We love you guys.
Absolutely. I think that, this is, a lot of people are very put off by, oh, that must be awful. Oh, I can't imagine. I hear things like that all the time, and I tell them I couldn't imagine doing anything else. Sometimes people, we all of us on this planet have an expiration date. Most of us don't know when that is, but we truly in this field help a person live. It is all about living, not thinking about what's tomorrow because we don't know about tomorrow, but what can we do today to make today a great day? And that is a wonderful thing. And I think that everybody that's in this field, we recognize that and we understand that, and that's what we strive for.
Is it one of those things that once you get into the field of medicine, you find yourself drawn in that direction, or is this something that the calling that makes itself apparent to you even before entering the field?
So I think that depends on the person. For me personally, my beginning of my nursing career, I started working in the intensive care unit. So very high stress, life or death situations every single day, if not every single moment. And as a nurse at the bedside, you are the one that is with that patient and that family for 12, 13 hours at a time. So you spend the most time with them. And I found that they really, patients and families, they hear what you're saying, but we have a tendency to use a lot of medical speak. We use medical terms that they don't necessarily understand. And I found myself translating into plain English. Well, what does that actually mean? What does this actually do? So I think I started doing this without even knowing I was doing it. And then when I found out, that there's like a specialty where you can just do that, I was like, hey, this is what I want to do, So, so you just get set on the path of how do I make this happen?
And it appears you have done just that.
Hey, Angela, we're almost out of time here, but
Okay, sure.
I have one question. Which part of Minnesota are you from?
I am not. I am born and bred in Rockford.
Really?
I am.
What made you think Minnesota?
The very, very nice attitude. I thought I caught a little bit of the Minnesotan lilt in there. The Minnesota nice was just raging through there.
If she dropped in a don't you know,
right?
Then we'd have had her.
Maybe that's it. But Rockford, born and bred, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Absolutely. Homegrown.
Good,
Angela. How do people listening who are intrigued by this might be, at this point in their life, this is just the sort of information they were looking for? How do they reach out and make contact with you?
Absolutely. So the easiest way would be to reach out to Mercy Health, and the easiest way to get there is our home health hospice number, and that's 815-971-3550, and they will be able to direct you from there and answer whatever questions there are.
Outstanding. Well, we've talked to a lot of experts, and their hearts are all in the right place. None more so than you, though.
Oh, thank you so much.
You.
Thank you. That warms my heart.
Angela, thanks. Have a great rest of your day.
You also.
We appreciate it. That's Angela Hadie with Mercy Health and palliative and hospice care.